Okay, so this is from Wednesday's lesson on variables other than x and y, okay, and I'm going to do these two examples with you to show you how to do these. You should be pretty confident by now with calculating the equation of a straight line. The only difference in these ones is we're using other variables than x and y. So obviously in example A, instead of x, we're using t, and instead of y, we're using d. Okay, so there's just really one extra step at the end of this. All right, so on example A, the 2 points that you have lying on your straight line are 0, 20 and 2, 30. Okay, so these are the 2 points that we're going to use to calculate the gradient. So I'm going to label them x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, as you start to get more confident with these, you don't have to label these x1, y1, x2, y2 every single time. It's just to get you into the habit. Okay, so write down your equation. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, you do have to write that every time. On top, you're going to have 30 minus 20. And on the bottom, you're going to have 2 minus 0. Okay, so 30 take away 20 is 10, 2 take away 0 is 2, fully simplified, your gradient is 5. Okay, so we know the equation of any straight line is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, we know the gradient here is 5, we've just calculated it, so we can say y is equal to 5x. Okay, and we know that it cuts the y-axis at 20. You can see that from this point here, or you can see it from the graph on the PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to write plus 20. All right, the only difference in this is on your graph. Okay, if you have a look on your PowerPoint on slide 20, your axis has been changed. All right, so instead of having x, we've got t, right? So in place of x, we can put t. Okay, and in place of y, we can put d. Okay, so all we're doing is we're writing d is equal to 5t plus 20. And that's it. Okay, part B. Okay, so for part B, I'll just quickly draw this one out so you can see where I'm getting the numbers from if you've not got the PowerPoint up in front of you. Okay, so we've got a straight line here going through 3 on your y-axis and 6 on your x-axis. Okay, and we've got our 0 in the corner at the origin. All right, so the variables in this one are v and b instead of x and y. All right, so first of all, your 2 points are going to be 0, 3, so it's 0 along and 3 up. And it's going to be 6, 0, because it's 6 along and 0 up. Okay, so labelling x1, y1, x2, y2. Write down your equation. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so on the top you're going to have 0 take away 3, and on the bottom we're going to have 6 take away 0. Alright, so simplified, that's going to give you negative 3 over 6, right? And 3 goes into both of them, so we're going to be left with negative a half for your gradient. Okay, and we would expect that gradient to be negative because it slopes down the way. Okay, so just carrying on up here. So y is equal to mx plus c is your equation of a straight line. We know the gradient's negative a half, so we can write down y is equal to negative a half x plus, and then it's cutting your y-axis at 3. So we write plus 3. Okay, but now instead of x on our x-axis, we've got b, so we can say x is b. And instead of y, we have a v, so we can say y is v. So all we need to do now is change our x to a b and our y to a v. So we say v is equal to negative a half b plus